Now, speaking of people who tend to give us information and diagnosis before they've actually checked out what the remedy for their problem is, we go back to the same old couple, very beautiful, but seems they have a very problematic beginning, middle, and current relationship right now. Kamene Goro and DJ Bones. So, apparently, DJ Bones was given a call by Kamene on the show, and she outed him. Why did she out him? Apparently, she'd overseen, she was sitting next to him, and when she leered, she saw him while they were on a date, getting a DM from someone, and the name seemed very familiar. So she goes, wait, I know that name. Why does it seem so familiar? So she held off on asking him immediately until a little bit later on, and she's like, but that is so-and-so who I think it is. They're like, yeah, that's my ex. So immediately she goes, why are you texting your ex? But instead of setting that conversation there, she apparently decided to put it up on air, right? Is that
No, she didn't confront him.
immediately?
She was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then when she went to work, she texted him, so you're still seeing your ex. And then the ex would call the radio. So you know how, like, we're live on air?
Yes.
So the ex would call to, you know, to insult Kamene for no reason.
Yeah, so it was very messy. So essentially, the ex was asking DJ Bones to assist her in finding a job, and he was trying to do that or to pursue that. But when Kamene Goro heard of wind of this, he's like, why are you still in contact with your ex? There is absolutely no reason why you should be in contact with your ex. Regardless of whether you're trying to help them or not, it really shouldn't be the case. And considering I am also getting put up in this mix by being part of this conversation, even when I really shouldn't, you need to stop and cease conversations with this person because I don't see the point to it. Anyway, long story short, they decided to give us this information, and here we are analyzing the information yet again. Look, I feel like there's a lot of unresolved stuff going on there. I know sometimes we tend to make it look like it's just for stories, like it's a podcast and therefore we'll keep telling you stories of messy things. But if you listen to the way they say it and the tones in which they say it, and even the way he defended himself during this whole process, I generally feel like maybe they just need to sort out a few of these domains. There's just way too many domains coming up, and I'm not too sure that we need to like let it go now. I think they need to sort out whatever is going on. There's an underlying issue in their relationship. I don't know what it is, but they need to sort it out. They just need to talk to themselves first before they talk to us, I guess.
I have said before, like anytime I start watching that trio, it feels very cringe for me because Kamene and Obina have this chemistry that comes from working together on the show, as in it's just there. And then you can also see Kamene struggling to include Bones to be part of the conversation, but it's not as organic, it's not as free-flowing. So there's always a moment where you're like, was that on purpose? Or, you know, what was that? What was that energy? You can always tell. And then in this particular video, the thing that stood out for me is the way Bones defended his ex, because Kamene is saying, you don't think that was insane behavior for her to like call me up at work to insult me because of you? You know, why am I catching heat for just because I'm with you and I'm dating you? Why am I being attacked? Did you not see that as very insane behavior? And instead of Bones saying, yes, babe, you're right, that was horrible, why would somebody attack you because of me? He goes on to defend the ex and says, she's not usually like that. And it got to a point where Kamene just stood up and said, I need a minute, and stood up and left the room. So as in, there's always something. You don't know if it's scripted. You don't know if it was done on purpose. You really don't know. And even when she stood up and left the room, he didn't follow her. He continued to talk to Obina.
Major issue,
and it's not the first time he's done that.
My major issue with that collaboration and making it this public is, we know Kamene Goro is this strong, independent boss babe.
But when it comes to him...
But then, when they're together, she's always looking like this little lost lamb who doesn't know. You know, it's such a contrast of the Kamene Goro we knew and we've come to know and love to this new version where we're just like, girl, what's going on? I feel like you are either making yourself less than just so you can accommodate, and it doesn't make sense to me. I miss the old Kamene. Not that there's anything wrong with the new one. It's just, it's so hard to see her going through this in public. It's so hard seeing it happening
like
in
she's
public.
always baby girl. You know, she's always giving you sound
Encouraging.
advice.
She's very powerful. She's really a boss babe. In
But when
fact,
it comes to him,
when it comes, well, in fact, oftentimes a lot of people go to her for consultation of their own problems, right? But now, if you're showing us all of your problems, it's difficult for me to then find the confidence of still coming and asking you, "Bebe, what should I do here? I feel like you would be better placed to give me this information." It looks like you're already going through your own things. You're already trying to figure out your own things. I don't know. I don't like him for this mix. It's very. It's not bringing out the best version of her.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
there's something off.
There's something that's off there. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong.
Very.
Yeah.
Very. We're not hating. We're just saying
We
what
love
we're seeing.
Kamene,
You know,
but we don't understand what's going on. That's
zero
it.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Anyway.